Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to be playing a game of Rell in GM Challenger Elo, and I'm going to teach you guys how to carry as support. And now you might notice that I'm playing Rell with a mage. And one thing really important to keep in mind when you're playing Rell with a mage is that you'll probably be leaving lane. And so just getting in the mindset of I'm going to be getting level 3 and then I'm probably going to be going to like mid lane or top lane and playing in between there is going to be really important. So this game is going to end up being a GM game. And they have decent players. We have Will Cow, who's a jungler for a CLL team. We have Skylol. They have Tenacity, who is the ex 100 Thieves LCS top laner, and Komari. Those are the names that I pretty much recognize from this game. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is the fact that usually you're going to want to find somebody to make your Mr. President or Mrs. President. And this game, just thinking of our champions into theirs, just having this tank Jace be ahead of everybody is probably like the best case scenario. He's really good into their champions. Same thing with my Victor. Now, do we win bot 2v2 straight up fighting? No, we don't. So usually when this happens, I only want to take short trades that are already winning for us. Reason being, if I take trades that aren't winning for us and I just want to fist fight them, like some of y'all do, you're just going to end up with a bad trade knowing that this 2v2 is not winning for you. So let's look at 2v2s that are winning for us. So mid 2v2 is winning. Sup jungle 2v2 can be winning, just depending on what HPs everybody's at. If everybody is full HP, honestly, probably it's just like a trade or a chunk. And now I'm going to unmount just to get my passive shield. You usually want to do that in this lane. Reason being, it just gives you extra HP to play with. And this Tahm Kench is in the third bush right here. And I'm going to engage here because you're thinking to yourself like, oh, why would you even do that? The reason why I did that was because Tahm Kench just used his Q and then Jhin just used his entire load. So I looked for an engage there and he was getting poked by my Victor. It wasn't honestly the best because I ended up taking a decent chunk of damage. And if Tahm Kench landed his Q, I would have been half HP. But that's just an example of why this matchup can be hard. And pretty much just a way to play around it. We're just going to want our wave near our turret like a majority of the game. There's literally not much we can do. Until I get level 3, I'm just going to ping that my Tahm Kench is missing. And now they should have a ward in this bush and they were kind of like protecting it, which is why they were playing like that. But it wasn't really good because we have a slow pushing wave and we can play with it a little bit. Slow pushing just means that our minions are going to hit their minions before their minions are going to hit our minions. So we're going to push into them. This is a slow push. And okay, now we're just going to hard shove because we just saw their ADC basing. Don't do that. It is really good this patch because cannon waves are on the 4th wave. So he's not going to honestly miss too much. But remember, their bot 2v2 is winning. So why would they reset in the first place? There is no reason. He'll just come back with boots, which is fine. It's okay. But we don't need to base. And if my Victor wanted to base, he could have based just for mana condition, but he didn't. So we can just stay in lane for now. And so their jungler's going to be bot. I'm not going to play with this. I'm just going to actually reset because I'm not needed bot lane for now. And there's absolutely no way that this Victor manages to die. And so what am I going to do? I'm going to look around the map. Top lane, pretty ungankable, right? If I go top lane, my ADC might get dove, right? So what I'm going to want to do is I want to hover this mid wave because they're stacking this wave into the next. They're going to crash this bot wave from their side. And now that I've confirmed that they're not around here, I will just put a pink ward down. And that just gives our team a little added safety because our mid laner was a little bit scared of the jungler. He was clearly backing off, but just knowing that he's not in the vicinity will help our mid laner play the game a little bit easier. So now we're in a situation where my AD carry wants the base really badly, and their ADC already has his base. But guess what? We have Victor. Victor wants the base on 1200 gold, which is his lost chapter gold. And once he gets that, he's going to reset. But we actually have a timer to 2v2 if they walk up for this turret. So I'm going to ping my jungler to come. If they don't come, I'm just going to back off, okay? Okay. So what happened there is the Jhin ended up getting his base off. And now my Victor wants to reset TP. He can do that. But I stopped the TK base. Now I'm a little bit homeless because our Victor wants to reset TP. It's fine. I'm just going to wait around. Literally just S-key on the wave. I'll get as much gold as I can. And then every wave from now on, we're going to have priority on the wave. So I'm going to leave my Victor. He's going to have to be a little bit scared because I'm going to be showing on the map here. I don't actually want a full commit. If the TK... So TK is going to be there. This fight is not very winning. I don't know why we're contesting this, really. But... let's see how this goes. So, it was really bad to continue the fight. We literally just got kills. And my team just still wanted to fight. Which is really, really int, if you think about it. But there's a chance we get a kill back here. And we end up getting the kill. Perfect. We can actually kill this guy too. Their jungler's here though, so we're going to play a little bit back. And I'm going to play out. I'm probably dead here actually. I played in so that I didn't get hit by the Lilia Q true damage. And this is pretty much all I can do. Now, my Victor might die here from the Lilia. No, he's not going to die. So perfect. We ended up fighting there because the Yone was less than half HP. And honestly, I should have stayed here. But my Victor can deal with that. Just so that the Yone doesn't get a freeze. He wasn't going to get a freeze to begin with, but it's okay. And the reason why it was so bad to continue fighting there is because my teammates used all of their abilities. So Kindred used their E, Urgot used his ultimate, and then Jace is also a spellcaster champion, right? So when you use those abilities, it's really important that you pretty much back off. Like there's no reason for you to keep playing like that if you have no more spells. And I'm just gonna play with their Yone a little bit here. I wanna push this mid wave and then go into bot side. Reason being, I'll get my support item. And just like this, I just pressured the enemy mid laner from doing anything because their support wasn't willing to show. And now we're gonna lose bot push for this, but guess what? I don't really care. I got my support item. His support item is a little bit later than mine now, and I'm actually gonna stay here because it's a fight that I'm willing to take. And she can die here, actually. So if they commit to killing me here, it's completely fine. We also have Kindred R. So nice, really good. Okay. I tried to use my CC towards the end of that fight, but it seems like we're going to lose this fight because of top gap, pretty much. And Mbessa just ended up coming in and kind of sweeping the fight. But the start to that fight was really, really good. Because the Lilia was engaging on me. But if we trade HP evenly, guess who's winning? Not the Lilia, me. Because losing HP as Lilia versus a support losing HP is losing for the Lilia. So I'm just going to keep hitting him here because there's no reason for me not to. And I'm just going to run at him here because he's just willing to fight me for no reason. This is pretty good. We're just chunking him. And so I just want 1 CS so that I can get 6. Perfect. And so now I have level 6 and my wards. This is extremely important because now, guess what? Their entire bot side is going to be lit up like a goddamn freak house. So we can actually kill bot here. This guy's inting really hard. Okay, and we basically just got Jhin Flash there. I think I could have comboed a little bit faster. But other than that, I mean, pretty good. I used my ultimate just to get their Jhin Flash. And so now for the next 5 minutes until 15 minutes, their AD carry has no fucking flash. So it'll be a good fight. You want to contest this or... I'm kind of confused what's going on. My team is like pinging, but we should dive this guy actually. We really should dive this. We're good. I mean, he wasn't gonna die there, by the way. So there was no. Oh my god. So I ended up trading both of my sums for that kill. Not the best, I would say. I wasn't really expecting the Yone to hold his Q there, which is really bad. If he uses his Q3, then I can go forward and kill them. But since he didn't, I'm kind of trolling because he'll always be able to dodge my W. So if he uses Q3, I will Q him. If he E's that, then I'll W. And if he uses all of those spells and he manages to E out of my W, then my Jace will have had enough time to pretty much start hitting him. Now we kind of have a choice. Grubs are up in 10 seconds. Their top laner is really, really fed. And so I'm going to ping my team off from fighting this because from what I know, Ambessa has ultimate. And I just want to get a ward onto the objective just to make sure that we know what's going on. And maybe my Kindred can manage to steal a grub or something. So let's see what happens. Seems like the grub situation is settled. We are going to get at least 1 grub. And that's perfect. They don't get 3 grubs. And we can actually play the game. And so this game, my champion to play with is gonna be, guess who? Victor. Because so remember when we blew his flash 2 minutes ago? This is pretty much the repercussions for them. Because now their AD carry cannot play the game. I missed my Q, but I'm gonna hold my W here just to make sure that we get maximum CC. And I'm blocking Tahm Kench Q little by little. And we want to kind of kite out here. It's really important that this guy doesn't get to kill my Kindred because my Kindred is going to be running towards Mark for sure. And guess what? Ambessa will be as well. It looks like she actually ended up running back to mid, which is really, really good. We got our Mark, and she wasted her time. So remember, play around your Victor. So from now on every mid wave, I will be on the mid wave and either doing that or following my Kindred. Reason being, imagine I wasn't there for the mid wave. The Jhin was ulting onto our Victor. He's my Mr. President. And all he had to do was just stand there and bait. And after he baited, I pretty much saved the day. So you see how simple the game is, kind of? I'm not really doing anything special, but they're like slowly inting into us. Right here, I'm kind of scared for our team. to walk up here because we don't see 4 of them on the map. So I just want to make sure that we can walk in safely. So I'm going to hover this mid wave. There's going to be a trap right here. Completely fine. We want to push this and then go straight into the Drake. We still want to, I mean, I'm going to walk on the mid wave with my Victor. Usually don't want to do this, but okay, give me a sec. We should kite out. So the reason why we're supposed to kite out here is because we don't see them on the map. Yeah. And so right here, I actually do want to fight. I really, really, really do want to fight. And so that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to look straight for Lilia. And if we kill Lilia, the fight should be pretty won here. I have W for the Yone. I'm looking to block for my Victor here. Really good. And there you go. The reason why I wanted to kill the Lilia there is because she's a majority of their damage. You could also say that Yone is also a majority of their damage as well. But for the most part, TK and Jhin aren't really my targets because they won't be able to deal sustainable amounts of damage. Now, the game never stops for supports. You kind of have to just eyeball it every 5 seconds. And so my Victor's top. Guess where I'm going to go? I'm going to ping this mid turret so that we don't lose the mid turret. My Kindred's going to cover it. And then we're going to go top. Because if we don't go top... Okay, he wants to reset because I think he just TP'd in. Yeah, he just TP'd in without resetting. That's completely fine. The reason why I wanted to keep going there was because there was no one that could stop him. It's completely fine. We're not here to micromanage. We're here to win the game. A happy Victor is a happy support. So what I'm doing right here is I'm getting a very, very deep vision timer. You're wondering, what the fuck is this? I just pretty much evaded the Tahm Kench's timer. He got a ward on our rift here. Not the best, but guess what? We have full vision of their top side. So Lilia is on the red buff right now. And on every wave, they are just going to keep on playing like that. So I'm going to go hover my Urgot here. We should kind of play with our Kindred after the rift and then fight slowly. I'm kind of asking my Urgot to fight here because of... We want to fight still. I was asking him to fight because we had... Okay, I really didn't want to take that kill. But one other thing that I could have done there was actually dodge the MSR. It was really good for Blyquisty to engage onto Tenacity there because it kind of gave me the chance to just run at them. And we actually won that because... Give me a sec. We won that even without our Kindred just because my top lane fighter has enough damage to make that play happen, you know? So I'm going to try to save our Jace here. Pretty unlikely. Okay, maybe it is likely. And I really did try my best to save him there, but we're just going to pull her in. And if he can't get him, he can't get him. It's completely fine. So, you see how the game never stops? No matter what, you always have to keep your eyes peeled for either a fight or where your teammates are going. Because if you don't, guess who's going to start inting? Not you, your teammates. The support's job is usually to maximize the amount of what's it called? The amount of income that your team can get on the map at all times. That's why it's called a support. You're not actually supposed to carry. Now, whenever I say carry a support, the reason why I can carry a support here is because my teammates know how to fight. Now, if every time I engaged as Rell, my Victor missed E, like he's the second coming of Lee Sin, do you think that we would be able to win? The answer is no. I'll just answer it for you because that means that my Victor has no hands. And so that's kind of why, personally, I don't really like playing... I'm hovering top here just in case Leone is still there. He's not there. Oh, it's Ambessa. I'm really, really sorry. I should have kept staying. We're going to kind of have to turn here. This is not really the best fight. We have Kindredar though. Shouldn't be the worst. Really good job for my team. I'm holding this Jhin hostage. I held my CC. I really don't want to take kills. You see how I'm like kind of holding my spells so that my team can get the kills. Usually in like lower elos, I would recommend not giving other people kills, but when you're playing edge supports, you kind of have to. So that's pretty much it for this game. Pretty fast game. There was a lot of fighting, but I hope that kind of gave y'all an idea of how challenger players play support.